stuff. I'm just gonna get right into it. Because, well, we started Shadowbringers yesterday. I don't know why I didn't expect that, but the title screen kind of gave me a heart attack. I'm like, no way, I just beat that, but Stormblood's finished, and now we're on to Shadowbringers, and a lot has happened. A lot happened, and it's just begun, and I have so many questions. Obviously it's meant to do that, but my god. I'm on the first reflection of the source, so I'm not at my home planet, or star, whatever you want to call it. I am on the first alternate, basically an alternate, not alternate, it's just a different life, different everything, like Elezen aren't called Elezen here, they're called elves, etc, etc. And the Scions who have gone into their slumber essentially have been here for years, or a year to a few years. Like I think Thancred said 5 years. Y'shtola Urianger has been there for like 2 to 3 years, and the twins have been there for a year, which is insane. That's crazy. Like, cause time I guess moves differently and all that. It's nuts. I think I'm going to go see them soon. Or find them. That's crazy. And everyone on the first doesn't know about the reflections, or I suppose, so... He said he tore me around.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here. Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough. Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what Y'shtola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough, not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
iPhones? Huh?
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your homeworld.
Are they selling phones?
Avan Kerm Sin?
Yes, I'm here! Of course I'm here! What amusements do you have for me today?
Oh.
My dear Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
She can do that?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift? How wonderfully exciting.
What a brave and reckless and marvellous thing you did. You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin. But answer me this, traveller. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails? Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth I will be your isne fis, and you my snay yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other.
I didn't expect her voice to be like this.
Raise your hand. Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come, come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Mayhap a message to your friends in the Source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Consider it done.
As you heard, that was Feo Ool of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by Pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
I can't get over how beautiful this place is, and giant. As for your result of your pact with Feo, you have access to delivering rituals market points. Sweet. Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay, to make use of it as you see fit. When you are ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray rest and recuperate, and we shall reconvene at the Ocular Inn. I believe that covers all of our practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Damn! It's way bigger. Oh, that's spooky. I was the Warrior of Darkness.
I know you. You're the Warrior of Light from the Source. What? Did you just... You can hear me? Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was
Don't
what I
drink my
called
water.
myself in your world.
Please.
My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source. A daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood.
Okay, so like this guy, for in his reflection or his star, he destroyed the balance. You know, I'm thinking they're gonna try to correct me from doing the same thing on my star, or deter me from, or fix something about like what I was doing. All darkness can't be eliminated.
We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source. And tried to hasten their goddamned ardor. I remember when we fell. Defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia. How she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the First. The flood was poised to swallow Norvrand. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away. Leaving me to bear witness. Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood? 100 years. 100 long years. My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift.
Damn.
I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that? You were summoned to save the First. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light.
Stay with
But
me,
do
bro.
me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
I'm hearing some sort of ambient sound right now. portal to the source. Like to get back home.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest. I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know. Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts. This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the flood of light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. And to the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Reunited. To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest. Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty. As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium.
Nice.
Alphinaud is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness. For his part in furthering our cause, Alphinaud journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alizé, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armareng. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin-Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alizé felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe.
Sweet. This is interesting. Oh my goodness. I'm excited.
So, will it be Calusia or Armareng? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you've made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount.
I'm gonna go to Reunited first.
But you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin-Eaters. Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Let me see how much space I have in here. This is white oak chest gear, copper. Pretty. Nothing will beat this gear yet. Oh, I have a lot to put into my retainer. Brighton hose. In search of Alphinaud. In search of Alizé. I'm going to go to Alphinaud first, because whatever. Crystal Exarch is eager for you to meet with Alphinaud. You will visit Alphinaud in Calusia, then. I'm assuming Calusia, yeah. As I mentioned, your destination is an island off the west coast, so you will need a mount capable of making the journey. Here's a letter of introduction. Present it to Genmai, the master of beasts at Temano's Rookery, and he will take care of you. When you see Alphinaud, be sure to pass on my warmest regards. I guess I could take them both on at the same time and just go for... Your face is unknown to me. What business have you at my rookery? Signed by the Exarch, no less. Yes, I can provide you with an Amaro for passage to Kalusia. I will pick you out a friendly love. That's right. Mounts like my great friend over there are a common sight in these parts. But I gather you hail from further afield. More accustomed to chocobos, perchance. I hear there are a few places where they ride little else. Seeing as you are plainly unaccustomed to riding Amaro, I think it best I accompany you on this flight myself. Any Zun worthy of the name could do it, of course, but the Exarch sent you to me. Ensuring you arrive safely is my responsibility. Gather your things and meet me at the Amaro launch. One of the junior tamers will attend to you while I ready the mounts. You want to fly on an Amaro to Kalusia? Well, I suppose if Master Genmar is going with you. Wait here, please. The Master should be along with the mount shortly. Oh god, not even currency. Pain and agony.
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
Kalusia. That's a city? It looks so small. Tiny little, well, maybe it's just very far away. That seems to be about right. I like it though, it looks cool. We are arrived. This is Cracked Shell Beach, on the eastern coast of Kalusia. You should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, Sin Eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It is the people you should be wary of. Spy you that city in the distance. That is Ilmor, the island's main settlement. It rivals the Crystarium in scale, and was once an ally in our battle against the abominations. It's bigger than the Crystarium? It looks so small! For years, the Ulmoran elite have fancied themselves the masters of what remain of our broken world. They have gone as far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection, if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. The Crystarium is one among many who resist the heavy-handed authority, and while we are not at war, our relationship with Ulmor is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Exarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. I am glad we understand each other. Now, the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. Oh my god, I'm one level away from maxing out. I'm gonna switch to Reaper for a bit. Whatever summons you want to play, head south along the coast, you will eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend for the Crystarium lives here, a man who goes by the name of Eivor. Eivor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Kalusha, and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a spig of time, and that will let him know you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend. I will stay here with the armor until you are ready to return. What if I take 100 years? Where am I? Oh. It's so weird seeing level 70 enemies. I don't know why. They're called different things here. So weird. Oh wait, I can use my mount. Oh god, I gotta ether hunt again. I mean, ether current hunt again. Pain. Where is it? Collection. Yes. Perfect. There it is. This is all rather daunting to me. Wow. Wait, is that? I should go tune there first. It's a pretty fascinating city, I'm not gonna lie. Eivor. What are you after? Fish? Crab? I think I've got an eel in a barrel somewhere if you've taste for them. Oh, I do love a bit of time. Chuck some in the pan, and it's like a bloody festival of flavor. Now, what is it I can do for you? Can't say as there's been any... Wait. Can't say as there's been many major upsets to report these past few weeks. Alphinaud, eh? I know the one. One young champion of the downtrodden. Ilmore's richer than all of them... Oh my god, these words are gonna be so annoying for me to pronounce. Ilmore is richer than all of Norvent put together, but it's a different story for them as alive outside the city. Most spend every walking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more. I can hazard a guess as to where he is now, get a message to him, but you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide. That's the fishing village just up the path there. You're looking for a run-down excuse for a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there and you'll see that Alphinaud joins you. Alphinaud's gonna shit himself. Like, whoa, I can't believe you're here. I've been stranded here for a year. This your first time in a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What'll you be having? A fine choice. And what'll you be paying with? Well now, those are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? I'm sorry, dear. I doubt they have a value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity. I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbors, so we'll just have to come to some other arrangement. Here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more of them than we have. What do you say to have a bit of an extermination work? I want you to squash any vermin you find, then visit the caretaker and give him an earful from me for sleeping on the job. He'll be in the old silo next to the fence, snoring like as not. Do that for me, and you can laze around here as long as you'd like. This guy's so cool. No one is home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The gnawed scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up the residence in their absence. Well, gone. Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town, outside Ulmore. You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And here I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house. Alphinaud!
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Tis good to see you, my friend. The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, Alphinaud, you really are a dear. Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
It seems an age since last we spoke. Not
Wow.
since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu. It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. But the time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
Oops. Hi, kitty. Can't read right now. Hold on. Hi, kitty. Don't be a butthole to your brother.
Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding.
Oh, you're saucy. You're so saucy right now. What's going on? Oi.
But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before. I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change. But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire.
Oh, the Black Rose. Type thing.
Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more. Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course. In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion. I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. but I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin Eaters, of course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered. That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure? And so we take to the road once more.
Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, you may be lucky enough to see why I've yet to set foot in Ilmore, despite my best efforts to do so. Oh...
You are so saucy right now. What's happening? No. None of that. None of this. You're okay. I'm just petting you. You're so feisty right now. You need to calm down because you're gonna hurt your brother. This is not good. Hey, watch it. Put those claws right back in there. Gentle, see? You can be gentle. Yes. Can be gentle. It's okay to play gently. See, I'm not here to, like, attack you. You're goofy. You're a goofy kitty. Alright. Alright. Northwest. Whoa.
around. Kalusha seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar. I had a similar impression of the Crystarium. Even in the distant world, people are much the same. To think that whenever a calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. Over there! Quickly! Someone's in trouble. Oops, not the bomb dance. Hello? Oh, I was gonna say, can I attack you yet? Poor heart. Thank you, young sir. Ah, there you are. In my haste, I lost my bearings, but I see you have the situation well in hand. Fine work. Are you all right, madam? Just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. I should probably leave my old house behind and queue up outside Aylmore with the rest of them. Doubt those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here. One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone, lest you make the Sin Eater's task any easier. Thank you again. You saved my life. Now, I'm sure a strapping lad like you has little to fear, but I wouldn't linger long in this place. There's naught to be had but cobwebs and memories. 'Tis as the lady says. Many in these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Aylmore's shadow. Should the Sin Eaters descend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? Naught. A brief history, then. 'Twas not long after the flood swallowed the better part of the world that the Sin Eaters have first appeared, some beastly, some beauteous. Yet regardless of their form, all seem incapable of speech, and all are driven by the same insatiable appetite for mortal ether. They are predators, and we are their prey. Kalusha suffers from far fewer attacks than most regions, but even so, the list of the Sin Eater's victims grows longer by the day, a tragedy without end. Still, we have won a small victory this time, at least. Now, shall we press on? We need to return to where the road forks and follows the path that leads west.
brother. You aren't being very nice right now. I will put you on timeout.
Cat timeout. What could that be? What could a cat timeout entail? I don't know.
Are you done? Done being a little poo brain?
There we go. Right. Oh my god, I have too many hot bars. Hey look, another village with another etherite. I'm gonna go to that one first. For no reason. Oh, I should do the exploring as a different class. Get some EXP or another. I wonder if I'd gain a level or two if I switched to like a different class. No, it's still 400. Okay. Time to explore and get the exploration EXP. Damn it, it does sink it. You're a spooky looking thing. Oops, I meant to be more reaper. At least the ether currents still work here. Sin Eater. So, judging from the name, do they actually go after sinners, like quote unquote sinners? Like if they do something sinful by, I don't know what definition in this game would equal sin, but like that guy who was drinking, maybe that was considered a sin to a god or some shit. I don't know. Just judging. Because like all humans sin. You can't live without sin.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Ulmore itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
Ulmore.
Ah, I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh?
Your voice sounds very familiar. Oh.
I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
He's not here to compete. Leave him be.
What? I was only making conversation.
Gentlemen, your attention, please!
Please. That was a bit sus.
Greetings to our hopeful petitioners, one and all. Yulmore extends its warmest regards. Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy, even on days when fish is not on the menu. Who among you will answer the call? Name yourself or another. We might not at all. What about that girl?
Do you recall how I said Yulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon. A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged, and so they are picked over like market produce.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back. Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in the City of Splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor. Oh, just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident!
So, these two just give me the vibes of that Da Vinci twin thing, and it's so fucking funny. I don't know why, I just... Whoa.
For you!
Oh, Lord!
Enjoy!
Thank goodness.
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gatetown, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity. Yet the whole arrangement just seems... well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that? Ding dong. Bonjour. How was the outing? Good. Entrenched.